If you are a manifester, I have to tell you a little secret. The reason your messaging isn't feeling like you, isn't working the way that you want it to, it's not because of your words. It's actually because you've been trying to follow generators, many gens, maybe even a projector strategy out there. And that's what's killing and diluting your voice. Okay. Hey guys, I'm Rachel and I am your human design and messaging expert. And today I am getting into manifestors. And on this channel, I talk all about human design, messaging, AI. So follow along if that's your jam. Today, I really wanted to focus on manifestors because I've been feeling like I'm a mini gen and I've been feeling that kind of manifestor energy coming through, this embodiment, this vision that I have for my business, the vision I have for the work that I do. And it made me go, ooh, I need to talk to manifestors and why your messaging isn't working right. It's not these words. This is the interesting part for manifestors is that they focus really intently on having the perfect word in their messaging, right? Each word is meticulously scrutinized for its meaning and its energy. And it's actually diluting your message when you do that, when you zero in and try to find every perfect word instead of coming from your own truth and embodiment, just from your energy, right? So what do I mean by this? When you are in your manifestor energy, when you're in your vision, when you're in your power, people feel that. It's big energy, right? It's powerful energy. And it can feel a little scary, maybe even for you, right? If you grew up where people told you what you were supposed to do, don't like being told what to do, right? Or if they told you what you were doing was wrong, right? I know a lot of manifestors feel like they don't want to ask for permission. They just kind of want to go and do. And that's beautiful. That is the manifestor and the ability to initiate, the ability to just go and do it. But when you are picking apart your words and wanting every word to be the perfect, like exquisite explanation of what you do, you're missing the whole point. You're missing the whole point. It is your vision. It is your magical power that is what draws people to you. That's what makes you magnetic, is this power that you have inside of yourself, the vision that you hold that you are calling people to. And when you embody that energy, when you are in that vision and you show up with that, I keep saying power, but that's really what it is. It's the power, right? Some people will like it and some people won't. And I see some manifestors getting a little in the people pleasing, feeling like that if they show up in their full authentic power, they're going to push people away. And you will push some people away. That's kind of the point of the manifestor, right? That's why your aura is more inward, right? Because there are certain people that are aligned with you and some people are not. And so there's this push and pull, this repel and attract. When you're okay with repelling the people that are not right for you, the more that you can show up in your power, the more that you can show up in, hell yes, this is who I am, what I stand for, this is the vision and where we're going. Are you with me? There's no question in it. If you are questioning, oh gosh, will people like this? Are they going to resonate with it? Am I speaking to their pain points? Are they going to identify themselves? If you're up in your head thinking about all of those things in your messaging and when you're writing content, going live, creating offers, all of that, you're diluting your magnetism. You're diluting it. And your message, people are going to feel that in your message. They're going to feel that in your content and then not buy, not engage the way you want. So let's reframe this. We're not here to convince anyone, right? We're not here to convince your people that they need to work with you. They're going to find you and go, holy shit, where have you been all my life? I need you in my life, like yesterday. When you show up in your power, in your authentic expression of what you're here to do, for the vision that you hold, when you are in that vision and you are holding that vision, right? I often talk a lot about how manifestors have this big vision and their offers are train stations on the way to that vision. You're not here to convince anyone that they need to stay on the train. You're just holding the space saying, I'm going to take you to the next spot and the next spot and the next spot until we reach that destination at the other end. You don't have to be at that destination at the other end, by the way. You just have to be a few stations ahead of them, right? Helping them achieve the next step to the big vision. So I want to ask you, are you truly deeply passionate and obsessed with the vision that you have? Or are you kind of holding it back, wondering if it's enough, wondering if people are gonna or will get it, wondering if the words that you're using to describe this is right? Or are you simply embodying that vision in the work you do and showing up and sharing it with the world? The magnetism. Do you feel the difference? It's it's so good. When I see a manifestor in her power, she's a force to reckon with. She's big, audacious, and so I can't take my eyes off of her. That kind of obsession. Honestly, anyone that's truly in their magnetism and in their authentic self, you can't take your eyes off them. They just radiate. They radiate something that we are all wanting for ourselves and calling for ourselves. And when we see it in someone else, we can't help but go, oh, that's amazing. I want more of that, right? Okay. The other thing I want to share about manifestors and your messaging is that you're not here to convince, right? You're not here to spoon feed someone. You're here to spark and initiate them into their greatness, into whatever they are here to do. I had a manifestor coach a few years back, and she was the one that initiated me into the work that I'm doing now. I was doing simply just copywriting, and she was like, why are you not talking about human design and copywriting, human design and messaging? She's like, you're obsessed with it all. This is what you need to be doing. She was initiating me into the thing that I didn't have the courage to say and didn't have the courage to, at that point, to really own and feel like, yeah, no, that is what I want to do. We need someone to spark, to nudge us sometimes into what we are meant to do, right? If you're a 2-line, you need someone to pull you out and tell you, this is the thing that you're amazing at. Don't let it go. This is what you're amazing. This is what you're meant to do, right? The manifestors, and there's other parts of the chart too. It's not just manifestors that are going to initiate and poke at. I have gate 39, which is very provoking. That's kind of what I'm doing with this. I'm provoking you to no, this is you. This is your energy. This is who you are. This is how you want to show up. Don't make yourself small because you're worried that the words aren't quite right yet. There's a lot of clients that come in that tell me that they don't have clarity around their messaging, which I understand. That makes sense, logical sense, right? If you don't know how to articulate what you do, or maybe you're not seeing the results that you want yet, it makes sense that you don't know how to articulate the deep transformative work that you do, but that doesn't necessarily mean you don't have clarity. It means that you haven't found your way to express it yet. And the thing about not having clarity is that when you say, I don't have clarity, you actually put a block in front of you to that clarity. You start circling around going, I need clarity, I need clarity, I need clarity. And you will never find the clarity, right? It's like the Einsteinian, you can't solve the problem from the energy, or you can't get the solution from the energy of the problem, whatever that is, right? You get what I'm doing here. So when you're initiating, when you're provoking, you're doing it from a place of love, of course, but you're doing it from this place of, I see your greatness, right? That's the beauty of the manifestor, and their vision is look at this vision that I have for the world. What if we all were giving our gifts and using our gifts the way that we were meant to use them? What kind of world would we live in? That's the dreams of the manifestor, what they're here to initiate the rest of the world into. So we don't do things normal around here. I don't care about trending audios. I don't care about hooks and all of that. I feel like that is such a minute part of the equation. It's truly your embodiment when you show up in your energy as whatever your human design is, whatever that is, when you are in your definition the colored parts of your channel versus the undefined or the clear parts of your channel, the white parts, right? That's your conditioning, the pieces of the puzzle that you worry about, you have fears around, you overthink, you wonder if it's good enough. That's your conditioning. But when you show up in your power, in your definition, and as the manifester, you have a power to your throat that when you speak, people will listen. What is that power? I talk a lot about which specific channels do you have to your throat, because it's going to show you what you're articulating, what you're talking about in your content. But your energy, what is your definition? This is the power that we're coming with, right? So I'd love to know, are you a manifester? Drop it in the comments. Tell me where you're playing a little bit small in your messaging, worrying about maybe it's finding the right words or maybe being too big, taking up too much space, pushing people away. And one thing that you want to do that's going to claim your authenticness, your truth, boldly, honestly, stake in the ground. This is who I am. I'm showing up as me, doing it today. I'd love to hear. All right. Next week, we're going to talk about generators. We'll see you next week.